Look how cool. If you can already tell, we're at Kings Island. This is our second day on this trip, and we went on most of the other rides, like Banshee in Vertigo, and Flight of Fear and Orion. So, again, this is the second day on our trip, and this is our final day at Kings Island, and we wanted to wrap up all the rides and see how they are. Here. All the way here. That looks weird. Yeah?
Good job. 2 minutes to 10.
We're gonna go that way.
I'm with you.
We're gonna go towards the drop tower, which I'm probably not gonna go on.
Alright, we going on the drop tower?
Probably not.
Oh.
We wanted to start off the day by going to the lower area of the park. So Banshee and Vertigo and the Bat. Which, the area that they're in is not well themed, but the rides themselves were pretty good. And I'm going to go further on to that. And here we have the Banshee. Ooh. We didn't get to do this yesterday, which was a bit of a bummer. You know, you gotta save some stuff. Here it is. The best inverted coaster in the world. Some people. We didn't really go on this whole side of the park yesterday. But I'm gonna go on it. It's a little line, not that bad. I'll tell you how it is. It ended up that no rides were open. And it was very confusing because people were waiting outside of them, and they just weren't opening yet. But we did see in Vertigo testing, but I wanted to make sure that the Bat wasn't open too. And so we check out the Bat, but then realized that we should probably go to Invertigo when that, because it's open already. So yeah. No matter what. I'll tell you how the ride is. So, I don't think it's working. So we're gonna go to ride the Banshee because it is actually operating, I think. So yeah. The Bat. It looks cool. It looks cool. We tried to go on Banshee, but then we soon realized it was not working, and that the only ride that was working in the under, like the lower section of the park was in Vertigo. But it ended up not going that good because we were trying to get on Banshee, but you can see that it was stuck on the lift hill. And a lot of rides were stuck on the lift hill in the morning time, I guess. But I don't know why they are stuck on the lift hill. You can see the boat ride's also stuck on the lift. And my dad thought it's because of timing, but I think it's just some weird thing that happened. I've never seen another ride do it, but, you know. The next thing, we walked past the Congo, not the Congo, the, Congo, the fall, like the rapid boat ride, and it looked cool. We never got to go on it because we just didn't have time, and there's so many other rides to do. This looks a lot like that one at Carowinds.
Yes.
I can't think of its name, but upside down. Some people say that Vertigo is gonna get removed. In a minute. Well, I'm gonna ride this and we're gonna run over to Banshee. Have a bit more fun. I didn't like it. It made me nauseous. And that makes me scared for Banshee. Some people say that it's going to get removed in Vertigo to make room for a ride at the front entrance. And I hope they theme this and Banshee together because right now there's not really a theme where they are. But yeah, it's a very simple ride, but at the same time, it's very intense.
Dynamic.
Yeah, it's very intense, and it was just not for me. But here we go. Gonna ride on the Banshee. So the queue is pretty long for Banshee. It's not even open yet. So hopefully it opens soon, and they dispatch fast, so the ride can open.
I don't see one on the ramp.
Me either. But I'm gonna go check out that real quick. So as I said, the line for Banshee's pretty long right now, or it was. But something else I didn't notice on my first ride on it was that the station building is a church. I don't know how I didn't put those two things together, but I'm gonna say that it was an 8, but to be honest, they're both 9s, this and Afterburn. But, so, I really liked it. I really liked the last inversion, where it was an inline roll. But, overall, I think I liked Afterburn a bit more. It was more intense, and I think a bit more long than this. But boy, is that line now really long. Yep.
Well, we were without the queue.
So yeah, there it goes. But now, we're gonna go on the VAT, because it's open. And yeah, so I'd probably rate Banshee an 8. And Afterburn like an 8.2. They're very close. It's just that Afterburn is a bit more fun. It's a bit more thrilling. But also, on the other hand, Banshee's a bit more well-themed. No, Afterburn's really well-themed. We just went on the bat, and I would give it a 7, I think. It was really rough, and short for what it is, for being so tall. It's pretty tall and up there, but it's short. It just goes out there and then it turns around and comes back to the station. But it's all right. Not the best, but not as bad as like in Vertigo. I didn't really like that ride. And we're gonna see the car come by. You'll probably see what I mean by it's rough. They can. And also, it swung a lot, but also, like, it swung a lot and I liked it. But by the end, it wasn't swinging all that much. So yeah, and that's what I think about the bat. Now we're gonna do the adventure ride that was shut down for refurbishment.
It's in a theme park here.
The next ride that I went on was this weird spinning ride. It reminded me of the new one at Planet Coaster. It was very uncomfortable, and then immediately when I got off, everything shut down. We'll be back with you guys. Homer's Revenge. Amazon followers. Okay. I'll be with you guys and I'll tell you how it is after the ride. I liked it. It's a 6. The climax at the end is crazy, and the amount of theming is really good. I think they made it a bit smoother, but yeah, I couldn't tell, because when they made the one at Carowinds smoother, they really didn't do a good job, but they did a pretty good job here. I went on the one at Carowinds more recently, and they did make it smoother, but now I'm gonna go on the racer because we thought it would. I like the racer. The only issue is it makes me angry because the one at King's Dominion is so bad, and this one, it's like they didn't not they painted it instead of just leaving it bare, which is so funny. But it was a pretty good ride, and I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 7.5. But I'm gonna go on Flight of Fear now. I have to explain something. I love Flight of Fear at King's Dominion, but I heard that the one at King's Island was not as good. But the only thing I liked more about the one at King's Island is the outside. It's bigger on the outside, and it looks better. But the ride itself was very bad. You stopped halfway through, and it was a bit more rough than the one at King's Dominion. But now I'm gonna go on Orion, and that one was. There it is, the smallest Giga. Flight of Fear is not. Oh, I'm real zoomed in. This Flight of Fear is like an 8. No, a 7.8. Not as good as the King's Dominion one at all. King's Dominion one is so good. This one's okay at best. This one, but this one I'm excited for. So yeah, I'm gonna go on it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna update my rating to from a 1.6. I mean, a 9.1 to a 9.5. I got the back row ride, and it was amazing. Now we're just gonna walk around for a bit, see where it takes us. So yeah. Well, I really liked Orion. I thought it was just fun. It was really short though, and it might not even be a Giga Coaster. But besides that, it was a great ride. I'm pretty sure I gave it a 9.5. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't see any other roller coasters.
Oh, I can go.
Oh, there goes one. The big guy. We ain't done a merry-go-round. All right.
There's the escalator. Not escalator.
That's the what?
I can't think of what I was gonna say. Something. Well, what you thinking? But I'm gonna give more context to this. Is it was really hot outside, and we were still tired, so we wanted to sleep for like an hour or so, and we wanted to, but we wanted to come back later to get better rides on the Beast and Mystic Timbers, and we would have done Orion, but as you'll see in a minute or two, it's gonna start raining really heavily, and that made a lot of stuff harder to do. But um, it was hot outside, and we were tired, and we were ready to take a little break. So there's in Vertigo. Um, Later in the day, we came back. There was a little thunder before we came in, so none of the rides were open. So, yeah, it was a shame that it started thundering right when we got in the park, but hey, that never stopped anybody. Kind of though. It's down there. By this point, it was looking like it was gonna rain for the rest of the night. But we had Panda Express, and it was just typical Panda Express. It was a little spicy though, so that was a bit odd. But from this point on, it was just a very sad day because all the rides were shut except until the very end, which we'll get to. But it was just a very boring rest of the day. We didn't do much. We just sat and looked at the rain. So the food was pretty good. It was typical Panda Express, but it's okay. All the rides got shut down due to lightning, though. So yeah, just trying to find something to do is a bit hard due to the lightning. But what you gonna do? There's just not that many people here. So from this point on, it was just raining the rest of the day until 2 hours before closing. But right before it started raining real bad, I got on this bean ride, I think. And it was just a teacups ride, but I haven't been on one of those in a while. But as you'll see in 2 seconds, we had to we just sat in a shop for all day until then at 2 hours before closing, or an hour before closing, when we walked out to go look at the Beast and Mystic Timbers because we wanted to do that ride, and Diamondback was testing, but it was just putting all the cars away so they didn't fill up with water, apparently. But we didn't really do much for the rest of the day. But there is one last thing that we did, which I didn't film. We got on Mystic Timbers just by ourselves for about 30 minutes before the park closed. And that was really fun. I'm sad that we didn't get to do a night ride on the Beast. It just got shut down due to the rain, and they were gonna do fireworks, and I'm pretty sure that would have shut it down. But at least we got to do some rides, and overall we had a great time. We're gonna go to Cedar Point in 2 days, and don't expect next video to be that soon. I'm gonna go into surgery, and yeah. It might be 2 weeks. I'll try to do 1 week, but this video is really hard and it was really long. This probably will be the longest video in the series. I don't know yet because, shoot, I haven't made the rest of the series. This is about it. We walked over to the Beast and it was shut down, sadly, but have a nice day, and I think that's all of it. I'm gonna give King's Island a 9 out of 10 overall. I like Carowinds a little bit more. They're pretty equal. So, and that's it. Tomorrow's Cedar Point.
Bye. Bye.